Heads of state have been turned away. Every year millions of people go to Graceland to get a better look at the king of rock and roll, but no one dares to ask about one part of Elvis Presley's house. The mysterious upstairs room is hidden behind locked doors. It was his private refuge, and it hasn't been used since he died. What is being kept secret that is so private and secret that it has been kept locked for almost 50 years? Graceland is more than just a house. It's an important piece of history and a sparkling look into Elvis Presley's life. But it's not what people see that keeps them talking. It's not something they can do. A house that is full of history and mystery. You've heard of the White House, but did you know that the second most popular house in the U.S. isn't linked to politics? It looks like the home of a rock and roll king. Graceland is more than just a house in Memphis, Tennessee. It's a story about 500,000 people visit this fancy farm every year. It's spread out over 14 acres of land in the South. People don't just come to look, they want to feel something to enter Elvis Presley's world. As soon as you cross the queue, time goes backwards. The house is not stuck in the past. It actually lives there. Shag rugs, mirrored ceilings, and stained glass peacocks can be found. The famous jungle room has green shag floors and a Polynesian feel. It's not the usual home of a famous person. It's wild, brave, and straight-up Elvis. But the style isn't the only thing that matters. This garden is tucked away at the back of the house. It's calm, still, different from the energy that was flowing through the house. This is where Elvis was finally laid to rest. After multiple efforts to break into his original burial site, his father Vernon did something very bad. Behind the walls of Graceland, this is where Elvis and his mother Gladys were moved. In the end, Elvis's grandma Minnie Mae, his daughter Lisa Marie Presley, and her son Benjamin Kew would also come. It's a sad, beautiful, but heavy place. The most mysterious thing about Graceland isn't what's in the yard. Even with all the marble and sadness, it's the part above the ground floor. Because behind the walls, up a flight of stairs that tourists aren't allowed to go, there's a room that has been locked since Elvis died. Not touched, not changed. Closed for almost 50 years. What's there behind that door? That's the weird part. The floor of the forbidden. The best kept secret at Graceland. At Graceland there is one rule that can't be broken. Do not go up. The house is open for tours, and you can look through Elvis's gold records, ride in his private jets, and even make it to the famous jungle room. But what about the second floor? Don't bother. That area is as locked as a vault. It's been that way since 1977. Not for your own safety. Not because it's still being built, but because it's holy. Early that morning, Elvis was found in the bedroom. Not a single tourist has gone past the fence since then. It doesn't have any public pictures, videos, or text. People who had been president before, like Bill Clinton, were kindly turned away. That level of caution makes me wonder, why do you need that much safety? The upstairs was Elvis's world. A secret spot where the man behind the fame could finally get some rest. It was the only place he wasn't acting, and the noise of fame couldn't reach him. The staff did what they were told. You didn't go if you weren't asked. Always. When he died, that queue didn't go away. It stayed that way. His family decided to not only respect his privacy but also keep it safe. The upstairs is just the way he left it. There are clothes in the closet, music next to the bed, and the TV is still set up across from his favorite chair. Not only has nothing changed, time has stopped. Things start to go wrong here. The secret isn't just for sadness or privacy any longer. Fans think there's more to it than meets the eye. Something deeper that no one was meant to see. What about the ideas? They're crazy, because what some people think is up there would make everything different. Where the king breathed his last. There's more to the upstairs of Graceland than just Elvis's room. That was the end of his story. In the early hours of August 16, 1977, Elvis Presley's body was found on the bathroom floor only a few feet from his bed. Ginger Alden, his girlfriend, was the one who found him. As soon as the paramedics got there, they couldn't do anything. He was the king of rock and roll. At only 42 years old, the official report said she had a heart attack, but rumors started to spread almost right away. Many people thought it was because of his fame, the stress it caused him, and how much he relied on prescription drugs. Fans began to make connections. There were theories in the press. People were curious about what really happened in those last hours. The rest of the world was looking for solutions, but the Presley family chose something else. The whole second floor was blocked. Nothing moved. Not a single drawer was open. His bed stayed made. His books were not changed. The TV across from his chair was even left exactly the way he had left it the last time he watched it. It wasn't a cleanup. It was for safety. To not hide something. Not because they were ashamed, but to respect how heavy that space is. That bathroom wasn't just a room. It was the place where a famous person died. They also didn't want it to turn into a show. Making it a tourist spot might have quenched people's interest, but it would have made the memory less important. A house would have become a spooky house, and a shrine would have become a sideshow. Instead, the family kept the attention on what was important. About Elvis's life below, not about the terrible events above. Fans of Elvis can see the bright, bold and amazing world below, but the second floor is locked. Everything is still and quiet. What's behind that locked door? That part, however, has not been answered. Not yet. Who has seen what's going on behind closed doors? Almost no one makes it past that stairs. But the few who do, it's now harder to avoid the mystery because of them. One well-known exception is actor Nicolas Cage, who has always loved Elvis and has said that the king was his biggest influence. During his short marriage to Lisa Marie Presley, Cage got a private look into Elvis's locked upstairs refuge, which is something that most people could only dream of. There were no guides, cameras or other noises. It was just quiet. Later, Cage said the experience was strange, scary, and very emotional, but he has never said what he saw up there when asked. Not in talks, not in autobiographies, not at all. The silence has turned into a part of the story. Why keep quiet if it was just a normal bedroom? Then there's the strange story of Chewie Thompson, a social media influencer who has no famed ancestors, no Elvis family ties, and no Hollywood ties. During what was supposed to be a normal walk of Graceland, Chewie said he was approached quietly by a man dressed as staff. The man leaned in close and whispered something. Then Chewie was taken out of the crowd without being told why. A close watch was kept on him as he was led upstairs. 2 guards stood on either side of him. He said the air felt different, like he was walking into something that wasn't meant to be seen. Slowly, doors opened. A strange care was taken to pull back the curtains. What did he see? He does not want to talk about it. Not a word. On the web, not even when asked, which makes things even stranger. Why him? Why give access to someone who doesn't have a good reason to? Was it a mistake? Another smart move? Or maybe there's a link that no one has found yet. Fans and people who believe in conspiracies would go crazy over what happened next. There are rumors, airs and strange sounds. Chewie Thompson's sudden trip upstairs wasn't just strange. On the internet, it caused a storm. Almost right away, rumors spread like wildfire. A few people said Thompson wasn't just lucky, he was picked. Online experts say that his access wasn't at all random. They think he might be more than just a stranger, and he might even be a member of the Presley family who isn't known about. It's not as crazy as it sounds. For many years, rumors have been following Elvis. Supposedly, he had children with someone else while he was married. Women from all over the country have come forward with their stories, dates, and even what they think are DNA links. Most of them were fired. Some it was gone for good. But Thompson's quiet entry into Graceland's most private room made people look twice, and things got even stranger after that. A lot of tourists have said they heard footsteps, voices, and even laughs coming from the upstairs when no one should have been there. One person who saw it said it was a private event, and that no one else could have been there at that time. Some people said it sounded like a ritual or a family get-together. Things are not caught by cameras. The staff won't say anything, but the stories keep coming up. Could there be more than memorabilia hidden upstairs? Could the truth about secret family ties be inside? What if it was something even more dangerous? No one who has been inside has said a single word about what's going on. Their quiet says a lot, whether it's out of fear, respect, or something deeper. But even that quiet, it could be hiding something bad. The shadow in the king's refuge, it through. You have to know him to really get why the upstairs is important. Elvis was more than a star, he was strange. A man who is loved by many but strongly guards his privacy. He was famous everywhere he went. But what about upstairs? That's where the noise stopped. That's where he got away from everything. He made his own rules for living. He often stayed up late reading spiritual books, binge-watching TV, or playing his guitar in silence. Nights often turned into mornings. He liked to stay up late, but his house was made for daytime. His bedroom was more than just a place to sleep. It was his safe place. He had a custom-built bed. His favorite records were always close by, and the shelves were full of books on everything from religion to philosophy, and a button next to the bed that went straight to the kitchen. At 3 a.m., one push, and his staff would bring the king peanut butter and banana sandwiches, drinks, or any other snack he wanted. That wasn't just a show of wealth, it was personal. Every part of this place had a purpose, but this safe haven turned into the place where he died. That alone makes the room feel heavy in a way that most of us can't explain. It's not just a room, it tells a story, one that has a start, a middle, and an awful end. The Presley family doesn't want it to become a tourist spot because of this. It's not meant for flash shooting or just being interested. It is meant to be holy. This is because letting the world in means the story could be changed. More than just a room is being watched over. It's all that's left of the real Elvis. But just when you believe the secret is over, it gets even stranger. It's more than just a house. It has a locked door and a live legacy. One heartbeat that has been frozen in time. A live memorial to a man who changed music, not just played it. Fans come to Memphis every year from all over the world, not just to find out where Elvis lived, but also to get in touch with something more important. They need to feel it, to walk on the same shag carpet, to be in the same kitchen, to take in the air that the king used to breathe. Still, even with all the gold records and sparkly jumpsuits, people are still interested in one thing: the upstairs. The most mysterious thing is now that locked floor. It's not just a room, it's a time capsule from 1977 that is locked up like a vault. The Presley family did more than just keep it alive. With strong loyalty, they kept it safe, because there is more than just stuff behind that door. It's the man, the truth, and the soul. Elvis's whole life was looked at very closely. The only place upstairs that no one could touch was upstairs. His family made sure that boundaries stayed together even after he died. As of now, there is no official video. There are no pictures or virtual trips, and to be honest, maybe that's best. Because in a world where everything is being shared, some things should stay hidden. That locked floor isn't just a place, it's a sign of respect, control, and remembering. We might never know what's behind that last door, but the fact that it's always closed has become part of the lore. Even though Elvis has left the building, what he left behind can still be heard. Thanks for seeing it. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.